Let the bourdaining begin. I've been asleep all day. I was traveling, but we about to get it together. Y'all come on in here. We got to talk about this. He said, Gully up late. What's goody? I need a light. I need a light. So I see the computer. It's my Mac Mini. This goes with me everywhere. But the Jay-Z piece was crazy. Oh, he said the Jay-Z piece was crazy. Yeah. That's where it started at, man. He was wilding on that Jay-Z piece, and I never understood. I'm like, dude, you kind of like tripping. He was talking a little crazy about Jay-Z. That's right. That was the first. He said, very disrespectful. Yep. Phil Hunter, what up? Y'all come on in, man. I gotta light this up. Come on in, y'all. Good morning. Y'all gotta excuse me for being late. I was asleep. I was traveling. The dribbler's on the road. How you get weed in the hotel? I ain't in a regular hotel. Regular hotels don't have refrigerators, fam. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Y'all come on in here. Let's kick it for a minute. Y'all like the video as you come in? Do you got any docs in the works? Yeah, Shyheim. Shyheim Franklin story. He said you ain't hitting the gym in the morning. Of course. Of course. The gym right down the hall. Gym is right down the hall. Let's talk about Al Prophet. Coming from me, I'm the person that brought Al Prophet to Black America online. I'm the first to interview him of all the black media outlets. I don't know if anybody else interviewed him. I'm pretty sure they did by now, but I'm the first to interview Al some years ago, many years ago, probably like 6. Could have been about 6 years ago, yeah. This is during the Haitian Jack shit, because he was on my Haitian Jack documentary, which came out in 2019. He, Al Prophet. Al Prophet was a respected media machine. He specialized in criminal investigations, criminal investigative type content. And it was all love. It was all good. Everybody was appreciating everything that he was doing. Everybody liked his work, especially about Detroit. He got several classics under his belt. Rolling, the story of Detroit, that's one of them. He got some shit under his belt. Can't take nothing away from him at all. It's truly one of the greats. We've watched him decline for some time now. Last couple of years, we watched Al Prophet decline in front of us. The decline is evident in his work. We keep seeing him put out the same videos over and over and over and over. He said he made his bones with Detroit Black Mafia. Yeah, that was crack. But we see he keep going over and over and over. He keep repackaging content over and over and over. And you look at it and say, damn, he ain't really working that hard anymore because the shit is the same shit over and over and over. New dialogue, new background, same conversation over and over and over. So I didn't want to look at it from this perspective, but I'm paying attention to what's being said in the comments, and in the comments is all facts. There's nothing but facts in the comments. Everybody is saying something that I didn't want to pay attention to, but it's been said the whole time. Al Prophet has the same, put it this way, it's been based on our experience that when white guys of a certain age get a lot of money, they like to party and shit. They like to party. They like to drink. They like to pop bottles. They like to sniff cocaine. Lots of it. They love cocaine and shit like that. They love drugs. White boys with a lot of money love drugs and shit. You seen what happened with Mac Miller on it. Like into, but Al Prophet was probably a dope fiend the whole time. Some people in the comments saying, yeah, he was a dope fiend in Detroit. And that's probably why he had all that knowledge of heroin and shit, doing all these stories about H and shit, is because he's a part of that shit. I interviewed him some years ago in LA. I've been in his crib, and he got the Wolf of Wall Street crib, downtown LA, with the fucking pool on the roof. Go out on the roof, the pool out there, bitches on lawn chairs and shit, models and shit like that. He live in that shit. I've been in his crib. I've been in his studio apartment. I've been in a couple of his spots. And he lives like a rock star out there. He has to be able to pay for this apartment. I know it's expensive, so he has to put out content daily to pay that rent every month. Got to put out content to pay that rent every month. And in his quest to keep up with that, as well as a building drug habit, he's become desperate, and he put out a video today that he shouldn't have put out about Kevin Samuels. He made a post today that he shouldn't have made about Kevin Samuels. This happens over and over and over, no matter how cool they present themselves to be, no matter how they act like they sympathize and empathize with our struggles and shit like that. No matter what, man, they always eventually blow their cover. They always eventually blow their cover. And I'm gonna tell you how you blow your cover. Your cover get blown when you didn't grow up amongst us. Your cover get blown when you didn't grow up amongst us, when you didn't grow up black and shit like that. That's when your cover get blown, because there's certain stuff that you forget. For instance, he said this the dead is corny. He said he looked just like Bubs from The Wire. He do. Let me get back to when they don't grow up with us. When you don't grow up with us, right? When you're not really a part of this, some of us grew here. Then you got other groups of people that flew here. For us that grew here, we know that you don't attack Bill Cosby under no circumstances. We don't do that. Bill Cosby is picture pages. Picture pages, picture pages. Bill Cosby is picture pages. Bill Cosby is Fat Albert. Bill Cosby is Let's Do It Again. Bill Cosby is a part of being black. He even had an afro. He used to have an afro on TV. Black as a motherfucker, right? This is something that we don't do. We don't fuck with Bill Cosby. We don't. And when Fat Joe did it, when Fat Joe did it, he gave us evidence that, oh, I'm really not one of them. Because I didn't know I didn't know the Bill Cosby rules. You got to know these rules and shit. You dig what I'm saying? But as of late, it's become a practice for people outside of our culture to attack black people. They becoming more comfortable attacking black people every day. You've seen the shit that China Mac is doing. You've seen the shit that's been going on with him. And Al Prophet started out, he made a video about Jay-Z, calling Jay-Z a snitch or a rat. It was the way that the words that he used to describe Jay-Z, it was kind of disrespectful, almost like, I don't know, Hove. It was disrespectful. Like, why is you talking about him like that? Like, why does Jay-Z and what he does, why does Jay-Z and what he does, why does it affect you in this manner that you speaking like this? Are you angry at Jay-Z? And if so, why are you angry with Jay-Z? You feel me? What did Jay-Z do in life that can affect you? Nothing. Nothing. So to get on the internet and make a video talking down on Jay-Z and using certain types of profanities and shit like that is corny. He said, didn't you and Al have a disagreement about a contract? Yeah, I'm going to get to all of that. Al Prophet has been moving around, shedding his skin for some time now. If y'all follow, yeah, he said, and he was going super hard like he was a gangster. The video of his informant got flagged and he got mad. Desiree Perez, yeah, that's what it was. He has gotten disrespectful over the years. He's gotten comfortable. It's probably because of some of the praise that we've given him. But he's gotten comfortable and he's become very, very disrespectful. The shit with Jay-Z was disrespectful and corny. He said, I don't know what his name is Alan Bradley. I don't know his real nationality, but he do look like Bubs on The Wire. I interviewed him at that studio apartment in LA. And I remember when I posted the video's down now. I took it down some years ago. I had to take it down. I interviewed him in LA, and people in the comments like, yo, dude is hot as giraffe's ass and shit, right? People in the comments like, yo, this nigga high as giraffe's ass, right? So I paid attention to the interview, man, because I was so glad to get the interview. I started to watch it and look at him and look at his posture and his movements and his behaviors. And he had the runny nose, man. It was like 90-some degrees. Man. He had the coke nose and shit. And it fucked up the video. It was too much. It would have made him look bad, and that's something that I didn't want to do. But he had the coke shit going on and shit. I took that shit down. Boom. Right? He said, I remember he had the lockjaw. Yeah, I took that down because I'm doing my Haitian Jack Speaks run, and he's on Haitian Jack Speaks. We recorded his portion at his apartment. He had another guy working with him, and I believe it was probably Adam 22. Don't quote me this, but I'm almost positive that Adam 22 used to work for Al or worked with him, because when I went to Al crib, I think he was Adam 22. I was introduced to a white guy that was on the rise. He was like, yeah, he got his own shit, he coming up. And he was sitting there at the desk editing some of Al's shit. He was editing it on Sony Vegas, and we had a conversation about it. We had a deep conversation about it. Like I said, he's become comfortable and been doing a lot of slimy shit for some time now. It probably has a lot to do with his his drug addiction. He said, you know, he has a bachelor's degree from a prestigious university. I believe he went to the University of Michigan, and he does have a degree, but that don't give him no justification on speaking on Kevin Samuels the way he did. Getting back to Al Prophet and his shenanigans. Boom. I dropped the Haitian Jack Speaks documentary. This before I had a part two. I dropped part one. It was so big. Everybody was after me, trying to give me a deal, trying to broker me a deal, trying to partner with me. I ended up doing a deal with Al Prophet through Indie Power or Indie Rights, this company called Indie Rights, right? I ended up doing a deal with him. 50 or 60/40. I can't remember. It's been some years ago, but it was on Amazon Prime for like 18 months through this deal. We would get analytical reports. We would get analytic reports. It would tell us how much the documentary generated on all of the platforms. We get a printout. It'd tell you how much money this motherfucker made in each country on all the platforms and shit. And they give you a check at the end. Boom, a check. When this check came from Indie Power, Al Prophet was to split it 60/40 or 50/50 and send me my end based on this analytic report. This is how he kept me in the loop. This is how we was on the same page from this analytic report that came every couple of months. I'm getting checks like every 90 days. Husky joints, right? Boom. I'll never forget this. Al sent me a printout. He sent me a printout for a check for like 4,300. 4,300. I was supposed to get 4,300, right? Based on our split. Like I said, it was 50/50 or 60/40. So that particular quarter, it might have earned like 15,000. It might have earned like 10,000 or something like that. But after the split, I was supposed to get 43 or 4,500, something like that, right? Nigga would send me my money through PayPal to come straight to PayPal. Boom. When I get the check, it's 4,000. I hit this cat back. I said, yo, fam. You just showed me an analytic report with, with 4,500 for you. I was supposed to get 4,500, right? Or 4,300, whatever it was. You just showed me the report. I said, why you only send me 4,000? He was like, oh, I'll get that to you later, man. I don't want you to get your pants, your shorts in a bunch, man, about a few bucks. If I wasn't on this phone, if I was in the same room with you, I'd have punched you in your face. Because you fucking around, you playing and shit. Like, you outright taking money. What the fuck you mean you was gonna give it to me? Or strike one. Now I got to watch you. And I'm starting to deal with him with austerity. Now I got to see what type of shit you on. You dig? Boom. Not long after that, I meet Alpo. Everybody want Alpo. Everybody want to interview with Alpo. Everybody wants some Alpo action. Everybody's scared to go around him. I go and met him. I met Alpo. Boom. Get the contact. I was plugged in. Went up there, met him, got the contact. Boom. On my way home, I called Al Prophet because this is who I got this deal with. I'm about to bring you another project. I'm about to bring you another project to sign me up for. You could get ready. Alpo Martinez story. You can get ready. He couldn't take that shit. This is when Cavario was around him. He told Cavario, I imagine they in the same room. Damn it. Gully TV's got Alpo. He got Alpo. Damn. He gotta stand down and he gotta stand down and be a broker while I boogie and get this deal, get this shit popping with Alpo and shit. I'm gonna bring it to him, you feel me, to distribute it because I'm already plugged in with Haitian Jack. Everything is going well. Like I said, we only had one problem. He showed the text message to Cavario. Cavario and him in the same room. Cavario either take a picture of it or screenshot it and immediately text it to Alpo and say, yo, damn, what's up? You fucking with Gully or something like that? This is what happened. He said, I read it in your book. Y'all go get the book. Now look, he did this snake shit with Cavario. Alpo tell me, Alpo like, yo fam, them niggas not your friends, don't fuck with them. Do y'all know how this impacted me coming from a guy who kills people and double crosses and shit? This guy kills people and double crosses and shit. He telling me, yo, don't fuck with them. This is a vicious nigga. This is a vicious nigga. You feel me? This is a vicious nigga. He telling me, don't fuck with them. Them niggas vicious. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas vicious too. You think them niggas your friends? You feel me? This is a guy who has lured his friends places and shot them in the back of the fucking head and shit. This is a guy who shook a guy's hand and had his henchmen blow his head off. This is what happens with his friends. You see what happened with Rich Porter and shit. This shit hit me so hard. I was like, oh my God. I had to keep it to myself for a long time for two reasons. Number one, I had spoke so highly of Al Prophet on these platforms that it made me look stupid. You know what I'm saying? And number two, I was signed to him. Number two, I was signed to him. I was in a contract with this dude and shit. So you stealing money and you just tried to double cross me with a motherfucker you just met. You just tried to double cross me with Cavario. I gotta get out this contract. So I hit him up and I asked him, please, let's terminate this partnership like right away. Like this next check that comes, we gonna bust that down and then we gotta go our separate ways, fam. But I didn't want to tell anybody, you know what I'm saying? So boom, I still didn't blow up the spot on him. I told everybody what Cavario did, but I never told anybody who he did it with until later. I never told anybody that Cavario backdoored me with a Klansman. That's basically what he did and shit. I never told anybody that. And I got away from Al Prophet, and looks like Cavario got away from him too. Cavario's on Vlad TV, but getting back to Al himself, you're on camera. Over the years, we're on camera. Y'all get a chance to look at us on camera. If somebody's not looking good, they probably should step away from the camera. Al don't step away from the camera when he starts shriveling up and turning colors and shit like that. And people in the comments say that he on meth. And that kind of sound right considering who he is and shit, his age and shit. Meth, that sounds like something that he probably would use and shit. So he wanted to interview Alpo. Sound like all he had to do was hold the camera and shit. If he would have sided with me, because he had production connections and shit, if I could have laid that down to Alpo, like, yo, boom, this is who I am, this is what I got popping. I got this white boy in LA, just plug me in with indie rights. I got to deal with them. We gonna get you a deal and shit. All you gotta do is let me executive produce this shit. We gonna let him film it. He can hold the camera. I'm executive producer and it's on you. You feel me? We could have did that, you know what I mean? Balling is a team sport. I tell niggas this all the time, but he felt that he could, him and Cavario together, well, felt that they could box me out and shit. But he felt that this was appropriate behavior, doing this shit in the midst of black men and shit. He thought this was appropriate behavior, but this tells you what type of person he is. Cavario should come out and tell everybody the type of shit that he's into and shit. So yeah, as of right now, it's known that he's on drugs and shit, and it's reflected by the performance on his channel. He puts out the same shit over and over and over and over, And content-wise, the channel ain't really went past Detroit and shit. If you pay attention, Detroit, Frank Matthews, BMF, he was riding BMF into this situation happened with Blue. He even got some of that. So he's very, very clever in regards to making his way around the room. But he made a video about Kevin Samuels. He made a video about Kevin Samuels. And this is another one of those instances where you have people amongst us that don't really know what the fuck's going on and shit. Listen, if Kevin Samuels wasn't anything, if Kevin Samuels wasn't anything, the nigga was dapper. The nigga was dapper. Let's agree on this right there. Let's agree on that first. If Kevin Samuels wasn't anything, the nigga was dapper. Wasn't he dapper? Have on his frames, sitting there looking all Malcolm X pose, looking all studious and intelligent and shit. They said too fly. They said agreed. Kevin Samuels was cold with it, right? He said, yeah, fresh as hell. Fly motherfucker, right? So because of that, he said, yeah, gentleman's level. He said, definitely dapper. Because of that, he gonna get a cosign from us. He said, Kev was clean. He's gonna get a cosign from us collectively. Mike Bowers, I appreciate you. Erie in the building. He gonna get a cosign from us. So that's the first thing I noticed about him. When I wasn't even hip to what he was doing, I seen his videos, his shorts coming through Instagram. I'm like, damn, dude be fly as a motherfucker. He got his hair, got the fade and shit, got the frames on. He said kid had some flair to him, right? Right? Boom. So he got that. He said extremely elegant. Listen to the adjectives being used to describe. He said he was one of a kind. Right? This is one of our jewels. This is one of our jewels. Do y'all understand? This is one of our jewels. Black America. This is one of our jewels. Do y'all know that? They said he was classy. Do y'all know that? Now, you didn't have to agree with the things that he said, right? But he was entertaining and always on point. The shit that he said was poignant. Now, it might have rubbed a certain class a certain way, females, you dig what I'm saying, which caused him to be vilified, but at no point did he express or display any other flaws in front of us. They said articulate, educated. He said, Kev made you want to get your suit game right. Color coordinated to the max. Fresh and intellectual. Land Hustle, I appreciate the super chat. He said, I definitely got my candle and cologne collection up watching him. Now, y'all see what I'm saying? He said, bro was super dapper and confident. Rest in peace to him. He said the Al Prophet lie. Yeah, he lied and he was disrespectful. He said something about he speculates Kevin Samuels to be a scammer because Kevin Samuels went from being an engineer. He was educated. He went to college, was an engineer. He dropped that out and went into sales and then ultimately became a stylist, right? He went through different transitions and shit. Does anything about that sound like scamming? Do anything about that timeline sound like scamming? Because these are things that you could look at him and say, yeah, he could dominate these fields. Engineer, intelligent, sales. Couldn't you see him walking up to you in one of them gentleman stores? You know, like you in Saks or some shit, them older dudes to be up in there with the tape measure, they come up there, sell you the shoes and shit like that. Don't he look like one of them older dapper gentlemen to work in the department stores and shit like that? Right? The stores where you go get tailored and shit like that. Couldn't you see him walking up out of there? Period. Period. Right? So we got engineering, sales, and then stylists. Stylists. Look at how he dressed. Look at his style. These are all things that we could look at him and say, yeah, he displays these traits. He said, not to mention, people go through changes, no big deal. He never asked us for money. He never asked us for money. He said, yeah, be in there, have you buy the whole rack. Exactly, exactly. So where do we get scammer? Do y'all get scammer out of any of that? Do y'all get scammer out of any of that? Please tell me. The brother was well-rounded. He found his niche in life. Long before he was a relationship expert, he was a men's image consultant. His cologne videos are on YouTube. Sounds like a jack of all trades. He said, Al Prophet just hating. Let's just call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. Al Prophet hating and being disrespectful. Exercising poor judgment before he published that video. I believe sometimes they forget who's watching these videos and shit. You feel me? We build some of these people up and they forget who watching these videos. Do you know that the shit that's about to come out your mouth, you about to talk about a black man. Do you know that people might not perceive this a certain way? So why the fuck would you say it? Why would you say it? Kevin Samuels was trying to uplift black men way before he got popular. He didn't sell any online courses. He said, why do we allow this bullshit? Y'all can do something about it. It's 600 people here. We can all go unsubscribe from his channel. That's what people should do, unsubscribe from his channel. And then we wouldn't have to listen to this crazy shit. You feel me? He said, bottom line, dude's way too comfy online talking reckless with no recourse. So yeah, make sure y'all unsubscribe from Al Prophet's channel and let him know that we don't appreciate the things that he said. These people should start offering apologies when they jump out there like that. David Portnoy, you gotta appreciate guys like him because he don't hide his racism. He don't hide his bullshit. He told Gilly and Wallow, I stand by what I said about Angel Reese. So you got something that's in the closet, you got something that's out. The ones in the closet will be revealed. They will come out, just like Al Prophet just did. He said, black men need to start adopting a heavy code. It's wild out here. Yeah, it is. It's gotten very, very bad. Degenerative. He said, did you see the pic of Mark Curry, Meech, and Southwest T in Cancun? I've been seeing all those pictures, yo. Y'all like the video with 600 people here. Good morning. I just woke up and shit. He said, Al Prophet content has the heroin color grade. How about our first lady's gonna invite the losing team to the White House when they do that? They gonna protect theirs and shit. I think something that's not mentioned in the Angel Reese situation is that they beat them by 30 points. When you get your ass whooped like that, it don't matter how many points you score. That's something that needs to be said. People talk about Caitlyn and how she's a 40-point scorer and great shooter and shit. If you get your ass whooped by 30, don't you know all that shit go out the window? That shit go out the window early. That's why she was waving her hand in her face and shit like that. Bitch, you need 50 tonight. You need 60 tonight. That's what that was about. That's what that was about. Straight up, like, what's up? Everybody talking about you up in here killing shit. What happened tonight? 30. And I didn't just do this to you. LSU did this to you. All of us, you know, this starting five, our team. You know what I mean? 6, 7 deep. We did this to you and shit. That's what the bid is about. Do y'all know that? Do y'all know that? They got blown out the gym. Like, imagine this, right? Let's say we play football. And the other team got a star quarterback. We get the sack in his ass all game, chasing him around and shit. Don't you know we gonna dog him? You know what I mean? When it become fourth quarter and shit like that. Go take a kneel, nigga. Take a kneel, nigga. You ain't do no damn Marino shit up in here today. Straight up. He said, reminds me of UNLV and Duke. Let's see next year. Next year, they got to go back to dealing with Don Staley. South Carolina, more black dominance and shit. My man said white girl got jumped on national TV. Mano picked up the chain like old dude picked up the strap and Juice in the elevator scene. Damn, y'all went straight to Mano, man. How long y'all gonna go on with that? They said that there's videos online and fan polls about why is Mano so hated. Why everybody on him like that? All Kevin was saying is that some women need to take accountability for their situations. He said nobody's scared of Wack or Mano. Somebody asked me why was Mano smiling in that video with Wack 100. I don't know. Somebody asked me in my live and I didn't answer it. And then I remembered that I was asked that and I went and looked at it. He was doing a lot of smiling in that video with Wack 100. I don't know what that was about. Niggas be wanting the attention, man. He said, as a LA native, I laugh watching Al Prophet mingling in downtown LA with the tent zombies, documenting his smoker lifestyle. Yeah, pretty much. Damn, y'all killing him. Mano 49, too old to be acting like that. He said they ran a clout play. It's almost like they did run a play. They was smiling and shit. What drug they say Kevin Samuels was on? I could think the dick pills got him and shit. People saying probably the dick pills. Jermaine Champagne brought all of this on himself. You heard what Mano did to Blueface at New York Fashion Week? Nah, what'd he do? I couldn't even watch the video with Wack and Mano. I don't support China Mac channel since he talked greasy about the culture and shit. Go to my sports channel, man. I got a whole bunch of basketball interviews over there. Kevin stayed with Red Bulls. He said gas station pill is not it. Oh, Red Bulls. The same shit that's in Red Bull is in the gas station pills, ain't it? Or you can't take them together. Nah, somebody I know in real life. That's how somebody I know in real life passed with the Red Bull and the fucking gas station pills. He said Kevin checked out off a honey pack. He said the honey is wild. Good morning, everybody. Al Prophet, y'all should subscribe from his channel and go over there and look at what he said. If he ain't took it down, I never seen him get slaughtered like that in the comments. Never seen him get slaughtered like that in the comments. I'm pretty sure this is a very, very different day for him. How may I contact you? Email gullytvboss@gmail.com. He had a heart condition prior, some forehead cancer that he had beat before. He said, these old dudes won't leave. Let the youngsters have it. The youngsters ain't got a lot to talk about. They don't have a bunch of experiences in that regard. That's why you don't see a lot of younger people doing this. My man said, I know dudes that be knocking shit down off them rhinos. He know about the rhino. Jamal Gasol is nice. Shout out to Gasol and Frio. Make sure y'all go check out Frio's video, 315 Live. Doing it upstate New York. My man said, I've served a lot of junkies in my day. Al Prophet definitely on that dog food. Jermaine Champagne took the mic from Blueface and told the DJ they put the music back on when Blueface was performing. Jim was there too. That's why Mano dropped that pic. That's crazy. That smile comment was reference to Mano getting cut by Boxing Bar. So when Wax said, show us the smiles, referencing the cut. He should have kept the chain thing to himself. I knew he wore that chain. That chain looked too new. That chain looked too new. This is how I know, right? Me and one of my little homies traded charms one time. Took a charm off my Cuban. Took a charm off my Cuban and gave him my charm, and he took his charm off of his Cuban and gave it to me. I took his charm back to college. So I took it back to college. So it was when I went back to college off break, it was like I came back with a new chain. Boom. I ended up going to jail. And my mom had to come get the jewelry, right? So I did like, I did probably like at least 14 months. And came home, told her, go get my jewelry. She went and pulled it out the shoebox, wherever it was at. And the charm tarnished. It tarnished just in 14 months. And it was just like laying around in the dark and shit. Like it started to decay and shit. Boom. By then, my little man was up. I don't know whether he knew it was Flint. He still had my joint. He didn't even have my joint no more. He had traded it in or some shit like that. When I seen him, he gave me a brand new joint. Boom. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen that joint that Mano had, if he had that for 7 years and that shit didn't start turning like copper looking, like how did it stay polished like that? How did it stay radiant? Unless somebody was babysitting it and shit, like somebody was taking care of that and shit. You feel me? Like somebody was wiping that joint down and keeping that joint in a cool, dry place and shit like that for 7 years. Straight up. He said, why did he check to see if it was real? He tried to pawn it. That's when he found out. He said silk cloth and everything. Yeah, somebody was wiping at that joint. He said he was cleaning that joint nightly. And I believe he was wearing it. I believe he was wearing it. Irrigation system. What's good? He said you gotta put it in a cool, dry place. I don't know how over 7 years it didn't. Them niggas, 7 years, that's almost 10 years. That's almost a decade. He said polishing the chain for 7 years is crazy. He's probably moved from apartment to apartment. Like, he's a hip hop artist, man. You gotta move around a lot and shit. He took care of that chain he took care of that joint. Rue, I appreciate the super chat. Good morning to you. He said, you know how many times you gotta re-dip a fake chain in 7 years? That's what I'm saying. How did this shit look like that? After all that time, it still looked good. He put it up to the camera. He said, you said the knockoff belts is where it's at. Where can I find one? The designer belt era then came and went. Like, you still see him around and shit, man. Like, that shit ain't even important no more. The designer belt era was when True Religion jeans was out. You still trying to get a fucking designer belt at this point, man. Just go get a polo joint, man. They more durable and shit. It ain't gonna break up on you. Them Louis and them Gucci joints, them shits come apart. He said, I don't understand why dudes is out here wearing fake jewelry. He said, yeah, that chain would have rusted after 7 years. It didn't. He said, boy, really start acting for the fake plug. He said, for the fake belt plug online. My man said, I'm still looking for my first one for $150. You already bought one if you know they cost $150. He said the designer belt era was garbage anyway. That shit came and went. That shit ain't important no more. Once you start seeing little kids running around, 12 years old, 10-year-old kids got Gucci belts on or Louis belts on and shit, you know this shit is up. You know it's up. Everybody wearing them now. They did it just like they did the Air Force Ones. We got one for everybody. He said shirt tucked in. A lot of people don't realize that many of these rappers are broke. My man said ethicas and belts. He said $150. That's what they cost. That's them knockoff belts cost. $75, $100, like $150, shit like that. He said them buckles was uncomfortable anyway. He said, once you see neighborhood dope fiends wearing it, it's over. He said, tell homeboy go to 26th Street and Broadway in Manhattan. The Africans got them joints. You heard him. He said the Taliban scarf wave. I can't keep up with it, man. I'm here for hip-hop, sports, and fashion. I'm here to protect Kevin Samuels' name as well. Al Prophet, we not going to tolerate what you doing. He said, damn, them Africans still out there? Them immigrants get rich off that shit. He said, I just go to Ross. Immigrants get rich off that shit. Good morning, everybody. Make sure, this is what I'm going to close with. I was going to put this in a separate video. But this is in support of something that I said in a prior video, right? Listen. I said in the prior video, in entertainment, niggas from New York is scared of niggas from Cali in entertainment. And this is why. This is why. And this is in correlation to a post that was on my Instagram page, right? Biggie Smalls, Tupac Shakur, Nipsey Hussle, Pop Smoke, PNB Rock. These are all public murders that happen. Excuse me. These are all public murders that happen and it has been attributed to the West Coast. Then you got Suge Knight, the villain. Suge Knight ran wild in music. And you know why he ran wild? Because motherfuckers was scared of the Bloods. Motherfuckers was scared of the Bloods. Motherfuckers didn't want no problems with that shit. You feel me? It was up. It was so bad that Puff had to go and get other West Coast niggas to defend him. It got that bad. Puff had to go get other West Coast niggas to defend him. You feel me? Listen to what I'm saying. And then you got oh yeah, I put that Merlin Santana comment. I don't know if Merlin Santana was from the East Coast or not, but I know that he got killed on the West Coast, and I know that he was a young entertainer. I just put that in there to say that they don't care about entertainers and shit. He said Romeo got clipped by a female. He got set up by a female. He said dudes from California real proper, but will put a 9mm on you and shit. All right. He said Merlin was from Washington Heights. Okay, he did have East Coast type of style. He did. All right. Boom. Shit, he got killed over a chick lying and shit. So, with all of this going on, right? Suge Knight running wild. He was able to do that because people scared of that gang shit. People scared of that gang shit. Same with JoJo Capone. When JoJo Capone came to New York and started flexing, they wasn't scared of him or what he could do by himself. They were scared of them fucking GDs or whatever the fuck he was affiliated with. That's what the fuck niggas was the fuck worried about. That gang shit. That's what the fuck niggas is worried about. That's why he was able to get away with doing the shit that he was doing. Because motherfuckers like, man, we done seen these niggas get in action, these gangs. we done seen these motherfuckers in action and shit, right? Then you got the movies. Friday, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. When the first time y'all heard a Mac go off? A lot of the first time we seen a machine gun go off, we seen it on Boys in the Hood. That nigga sprayed that joint in the air. That was the first time we seen that shit. That shit wasn't going on the East Coast like that. I mean, I know it was something. It was niggas on the East Coast with Max, but y'all get the drift of what I'm saying and shit. You know what I mean? They was high school kids and shit. Crenshaw. And then y'all remember the time that what was his name? Rocket. He said y'all had the tech. Niggas seen that motherfucking when Rocket blew that boy over that fucking fence in Colors. Hey, blood. Boom. Motherfucker seen that shit. Then motherfucker seen Rocket and that other nigga go at it at the end of the movie. Them niggas was on their knees and they went to spraying at each other's with the Mac and shit. Motherfucker seen that shit, yo. That shit had an impact on the psyche of. That shit had the impact on the psyche of people. Don't y'all know that? It was niggas like Rocket that really exist. Yeah, he said high top in the Corvette stunting. So anyway, with this being said, this could cause a phobia and shit. Motherfuckers don't want none of them problems with them niggas, man. After that, them niggas know that everybody done seen that shit. They start saying check in. He said, do you like LA? I do. I don't go no further than downtown. I max out in the Bay. I be in Oakland and shit like that. San Francisco, you know what I'm saying? Vallejo, I be moving through them parts and shit. Sacktown and shit. I be in them areas and shit. That's Northern California. But I be in LA. I be downtown. The weed man be riding around on them scooters and shit. You ain't got to go nowhere. I already seen that big donut out, my pimp homie. I got Rody Mack. Y'all seen him on his channel. He be mingling in and out of, he be moving in and out of traffic a little bit, right? He took me to see all the landscapes, and he took me to see the landscape. You know that big donut that you see on TV? The big donut that you see on TV? He took me to see all of that shit. All of the landscape, you know, all of the tourist attractions. And I said, damn, this is it, huh? Crenshaw. He took me through all of that shit. I said, this is it, huh? He said, yeah, man, this is it. I said, okay, take me back to Second in Los Angeles and don't bring me through this shit. No, I don't never want to see this shit no more. Fat Burger and all that shit. I seen all that shit. Once I seen it, take me back to Second in Los Angeles. I don't want to see this shit never no more. Don't ever bring me around this. You trying to get us killed. Don't you know it could go off at any time? And you know where the fuck? I'm Googling these places where we at and shit. What this shit going on? Take me back to my hotel. Don't ever bring me around this shit no more. I don't think this shit cool, slick, or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Take me back downtown. I'm at the intersection where them niggas hit Reginald Denny with the brick. And they like, yeah, man, you see that right there? That's where they clipped Reginald Denny at with the brick. Right there, they got him right there. I said, word? Man, take me the fuck back downtown. I'm only safe around the Staples Center area and shit like that. Niggas know, you get to shooting and shit down there, you going to jail. But, he said, you can get it on Second Los Angeles. The landmarks, I seen all of them. He said, I seen you with Mitchy Slick. We was in San Francisco. We was in Normandy, all of that shit that you heard NWA rapping about, where the bitches, thieves, and dope heads be. I was through all of that shit. Take me back. Take me back. Go downtown. Niggas riding. It's dispensaries downtown. What's the Madmen? Madmen Los Angeles. That's the name of the spot. Madmen Los Angeles. They come to you. He said Beverly Hills. I be in Beverly Hills with Jeff Hamilton. Jeff Hamilton. I be in Beverly Hills with Jeff Hamilton. We be in Wally's Wine Bar and shit with all the ballers from Silicon Valley and shit like that. Yeah. Had your own blunts. And yeah, them niggas will bring blunts to you and everything. I wouldn't try anything down there. Too many people be in downtown Los Angeles and shit. You're gonna get caught. He said Wonderland better. Come to no. One of my homies he told me to go to Leimert Park. He said, yo, God, go to Leimert Park, man. I want you to meet up with Crip Jesus and hey yo, my man G. Okay. My man G, right? I was in Beverly Hills and shit, right? I wanted to get some good food and shit. I wanted to be around the flavor, right? He said, man, I said, I don't want to be around no gang shit, right? He said, yo, go to Leimert Park. He said, that's where all the gods and the African niggas, you know, the culture, go there, right? I said, word? He said, yeah, man, I'm going to give you my man number. He going to meet up with you and shit, you'll be cool. I said, what's his name? He said, Crip Jesus. I ain't gonna meet no fucking Crip Jesus, nigga. You crazy? Hey yo, this is our introduction to each other. Me and Crip Jesus. We had to meet on the East Coast. That Crip Jesus footage that y'all seen, that shit was shot in Cleveland. This nigga thought I was going to the hoods of LA to meet a motherfucker named Crip Jesus, and I'm from the East Coast. You crazy? Man, I don't want no fucking weed that bad, no Jamaican food that bad. The fuck out of here. He started bugging out. He said I was wondering. Y'all thought I filmed that nigga on the West Coast? Is you crazy? Ain't no crippin' poppin', man. I ain't getting involved with none of this shit. Oh, shit. Oh, man. He said Doggy Diamonds really kicked it when he came to Cali. I kicked it out there, too. But I wasn't going to no hoods to meet nobody named Crip Jesus. Fuck that. Shit, that's the wrong name, yo. Too much come with that. I'm pretty sure this nigga carry a gun. Straight up. Fuck that. He said probably told you could build with him. Yeah, he told me all of that. He on his channel, Crip Jesus. Check him out. You gotta exercise better judgment, though. He said, how you get that name, though? Crip Jesus. His story on his channel, check him out. He can rap, too. Would you stay there full time? If I could afford it, probably. I still wouldn't be going to them hoods and shit like that. No, I've seen enough. Yeah, you gotta stay out of people's way and shit. Japan in here. He said, I'm going to watch it now. Crip Jesus, yeah. Oh, he got bars, too. Anyway, I've been on here an hour, man. I just wanted to tell y'all about the disrespect to Kevin Samuels, man. I'm gonna let y'all down now. Y'all have a good morning. Great Friday. Go to the gym this morning and get your dribble right, man. I'll hit y'all later and shit. Super chatters, y'all did y'all thing. I appreciate y'all repeatedly. If you ain't subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe right now. Make sure y'all check out Crip Jesus on his channel.